cho nhiều chỉ là do nhiều cho phong dưới là trong sai sẽ là đầu chấm cứ nhỏ và họ nói đi tôi còn cũ để nó cũng mấy bên sơ thoát là cho tổ nhị hơi và từตัวHồng Mông chỉ vì này vớiตัวถ้าสิ่งนั้นอยากขอบโรงเรียน HMC อันนี้จะเล่าอันนี้เฉพาะลงมีการในอย่างนี้สแตมป์พอจะมองเซเลบริตี้นั่นนะอยากใช้ให้เดียไปจะตุ้นใช้ว่าหรือมันคงมันเป็นเนี่ยตอนนั้นเป็นห้องมีดีเท่าชั้นดาวไอ้ไปเจอเลยตอนนั้นไปถ่ายตอนนี้เสด็จกันนี่เป้าเฉลยอยากมันเอาก็ยังอิ่มหัวว่าฉุกเฉินชับเลยตอนนั้นอยากแล้วพอกูเจอเตาอันนี้นะที่ไปตู้วันหนึ่งกูยังตู้ว่าเราใช้แต่เป็นห้องลมเบมีเข้าตัวอยากได้ว่าเราเป็นว่าเราหนึ่งเด็ดเป้าจะไปให้เดียเป็นห้องยาเรื่องตื่นเท่าอย่างนั้นยังเขาจงใช้ชับเลยกูจะยังตู้รัวๆแต่เช้าคนเราชับเลยอย่างนี้ตู้ว่าอันนี้น่าเราคือจะ professional motorcycle racer อยากไปลุงห้องจะไปอย่าเดี๋ยวมันชิดสั่งมาเต่าซื้อแต่ถ้าเจ้าหนึ่งมานอนในจะตู้ลีอยากนี่นะไอ้เปิดมากับตู้แค่ไม่มีตรงนี้ที่ถ้าชีตู้ยังเป็น spokesperson อะไรอย่าง probably a little bit about like manager for him so มันไอ้เปลี่ยนไปมากับตู้แค่ตู้มันจีเดียกูจะต้องตู้ถ่ายเจ๊จะมาสายกับตู้แค่ตู้มันจีตรงนี้อยากเรากูมันเอาตัวนี้กูที่ให้เลยไปแต่น้อยอย่างแอดัมย่าตู้ล้วนๆเราไปย่อเท่าเนาะนี่เจ้าอันนี้ว่าสีอันนี้ตัวนี่มองคาเมนแล้วจีน่านี่มันโชว์คาเมนอีเปลี่ยนย่าสิ่งที่เขาเนี่ยอยู่อย่างนี้จะคาเมนสิ่งนี้เขาไม่ได้ชี้วันเดียวไปยุ่งได้แอดัมถ่ายกูจะชอบได้แอดัมนี่ข้อเนี่ยเนาะอีกหลายคนที่บายมีการอะไรอย่างแต่สิเป็นนี่มองในจะเป็นเดียให้ไม่มีจนหนึ่งรุ่นนึงก่อนนี่เป้าจะแอดัมยังลังคือได้อย่างให้เป็นไม่ใช่แอดัมคนนั้นไม่ตาในจะเป็นวันนั้นนี่ถ่ายเพื่อจะแอดัมถ่ายเราอยากเป็นมองหัวเดียแอดัมท่ออยากจะตุ้มมอง professional ใจมาต่อชิเซงนึกต่อเกี่ยงกับลอนดอนคาวาสกี้แฟคทอรี่คอมพานีแอดัมท่าต่อชิเซงชิเกียวอีดาวย้อนจะส่งอัดเสียงกับอีนึกต่อยังจังอียาชิเกียวอีจาจังอ้อยเปล่าจาเพียจังเปย์เปย์จาแอดัมท่าอยากติดตัวใจมาต่อชิเซงเจ้าสายใช้เกณฑ์ United States of America ผู้ชิเซงย้อนเจ้าไทยเปย์แต่เขาเกี่ยชิเซงผู้ให้เกีย International Championship Round ย้อนจะส่งอัดเสียงกับอีนึกต่อยังการรู้เบย์จังอีจากการหลอดเจ้า United States of America ส่งอัดเสียงกับแอดัมจึงยกมือชิเซงใจมาเต่ายี่ตัวเขาเจอเนี่ยตัวเขา United States of America นอเทียนี่จึงยกมือชิเซงเนี่ยตัวได้เจอสเปนเทียจากการมือชิเซงตัวในลุ่มเบย์จังอีเนี่ยตัวไทยเตะส่งอัดเสียงกับนอเนี่ยตัวรู้เชื่อนอแอดัมเท้าเมื่อก่อนส่งในกันได้เนี่ยตัวรู้จักกันได้ Fresno State University แต่ฉันนอในกับคลาสออนไลน์ซื้อเนี่ยตัวรู้จอ Fresno รู้เซนแคลิฟอร์เนียนี่นู้แต่ฉันนอนหนึ่งมัวออดจะเขาหรือส่วนนู้เจ้าหนึ่งว่าได้ยอมูชิสังใจมาต่อเทียกันได้เนี่ยจบไปเชียด้วนแต่ใจมาต่อแอดัมเท้ากูยังอีตู้เชียเดอเชียหล่อเทียมูลูกขอเพียเราช่างการมีหยองมองเนี่ยเจ้ายัดตลอดในกูเตาเชียเตาอีปอเนี่ยหมูเตาอีลูเจโอหมอเจ้าจำหยองมองกันได้เนี่ยไทยเตสตาลินเดอร์นี่กูเจอมูลขอบเพียยาตันเดนอเจอหลอดเช้าไปจงมีหยงมงก็ว่าแม่งรูจูเลยยาตันเดให้เจ้าในอารมณ์ทาวน์จีกูมูลให้เราสตาลินอ vấn đề chấp là thôi nhỉ cái hay cái tiếng mình chỉ cũng mà gọi chủ thế Adam cái introduce cái sau
nhớ rồi ít rồi là gì cái tên này chẳng hay chủng không hiểu rồi là cú ya thông này hơi nhớ tụ hồ mong TV này vợ là ya số trong chùa mong TV này vợ cái trong xa cái giải tỏa mấy ít chủng sai rồi là cái mà nó mấy lúc cũng tụ cú giờ tụ cho tụ khó chịu sinh cái mà nó bé cho luôn chí mẹ số lên số tụ này ya cái mà nó mà ya ít mà chịu sinh à này chỉ ya là cái bé chỉ là mua lên nó số mà nó mẹ bù nữa nó mà ya ít mà chịu sinh họ chịu sinh chấp lời ya bé tụ tu cái đầu lì thọ này ya Aden đầu lì thọ ya ít tụ tu cái cho trang lì nhớ đồ bé chế tôi này mong nhớ đồ tới chuyện mình cả tê hơn nó nếu tu to cái nếu tu to sĩ tư bé lũ mong à bé hoa chúa chế tăng đó ya lũ mong đồ cycle race à lũ chúa chế tăng họ nhớ đồ thay tê nếu tu tàu nếu tu ya từ cái trang lì ha nếu tu tàu thi nhớ đồ thay tê trồng phứ thay tu khó chịu nữa bé mong thay tu số chống tu tu bù chịu nữa mà đó là ya cái nói ya khó cười rong cú ya thông này ha giờ có món ăn chi chế thảo tô màu
và cháu Tony and chú có theo mình gì cho cái tiếng cho trong sai sự đấy ya
Yeah, nó còn ý chồng cái tên này cha thế cũng như cái đó mong nhà hai chị mình gì là thọ này giải chỉ cho cô thế thì cũng bây giờ tú gì cũng giờ tú là tổ lúc còn hồ tu rise nhau theo Fresno California nó thì bây giờ nó đó bây lúc còn hồ nó mà bây lúc học kia bây phải go bây phải thay đổi như là ba thâu theo ba với học tháp của tôi cho slow này vậy là nhiều đó chỉ là nhiều không có luôn là nhiều là vòng luôn là nhiều là quá chỉ là nhiều sports là cả với ba thâu là cả lối một tô ít tuổi để mình gì bây hôm nay nó tôi nhớ tới chuyện là tôi bảo thì vừa vui là cái là như một cơ hết một tô để bảo gì một tô là mua trong cái là ba thâu ba十八ship bỏ rồi hết gì phải giờ một tô để mình gì so that's why basically Aiden really love đó bé ba sponsor bé ba support bé ba đi bé ba tàu là còn nếu một tàu ít tuần đến gì một tàu nó khen sang
cháu chú nó Adam có thêm mê cho con bé ya rồi đâu sẽ đời theo welcome sẽ đời cho bé mà mù đâu cho question bé yon nuka ya
Yeah, thank you guys so much for inviting me and Julio onto your guys' show. My name's Aiden Thao. I'm from Fresno, California. I'm 18 right now. I'm in Fresno with Thule, and Thule is the fries, and they have been helping me, for a very long time to help build fundraisers for my race program, and a lot of other things to help me with exposure. So, Thule, thank you so much for all of the work that you and your team has done, and yeah, we could jump right into it.
Okay, so we will get into the question as we're going to ask Adam. Tonight we're going to talk about two things. One thing is we're going to learn a little bit about Adam. Second thing we want to talk about, they're going to have a fundraising in Minnesota here in North St. Paul. And this is the agenda. We're going to talk tonight, and we will learn a little bit about Adam. And two, if you have any information about Adam you want to add, feel free to add it. Yes. Tony, you can go first question if you want to.
Okay. Adam, 他主要都看一下那个copy来讲，个要为来讲个啥嘞？nhà mong chỉ từ ha nhà cho chế chỗ tăng nó hay ta bảo lên nó cứ có một cầu ý xong là nó có chỉnh nhà hay bảo lên nó có bí đầu tư ha có ở lại chẳng có sao lại cái what driven you into this sport?
Yeah, so like I told everyone, I had this question many times. No one really introduced motorcycles, into me at a young age.
Right.
So motorcycles was nothing that I grew up around with. It was nothing that I had any knowledge with, just until recently. And I've always been into cars, always been into racing, but never thought that motorcycles will ever come up in the near future. I've questioned motorcycles with my dad. I know my dad used to ride a motorcycle back then, but he was in flight school when he was in college. So he has little motorcycle experience back in the day. And, I kind of asked him, I was like, hey, have you ever ridden a motorcycle and what are your thoughts on it and stuff like that? And, he taught me a little bit. And never have I really thought we would ever go professional with this. My thought of wanting a motorcycle when I was, 14, 15 years old, I never knew that we would get this, with motorcycle racing. Back then when I really wanted a motorcycle, I just wanted a motorcycle just to ride on the street, to have fun on, to go to school, to go have fun on the weekends. But my dad kind of introduced me to motorcycles a little bit when I was 15. When I was 15 birthday, I was fortunate enough to get a motorcycle for my birthday, and then after that, it's a long story after that, and it was a great journey after that.
Now, Aden, when you first touch a motorcycle, do you have a dream or you think that you're going to be on this day right now that you're going to be Hmong professional motorcycle race? Go ahead, answer it.
Yeah, it was never, when I first started riding motorcycles, it was a long process to learn how to ride the motorcycle, how to use the clutch, and, just basic stuff on a motorcycle. And like I said earlier, it was never something that I ever thought that we would go pro in. When I first got onto the motorcycle and I learned how to ride the motorcycle, it was just, I was just pretty excited to finally actually do it. That was something that I wanted to do for a very long time. But no, I never thought that we would get this far with motorcycles.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay. Now, ตู้เกิดไม่รู้กูหนูก็หาตู้ไม่รู้ตู้ก็รู้ไมโครโฟนร้องกับมิวใช่ไหมไม่รู้กงหูก็นะไม่รู้กงหูก็ไม่ตู้ปีถอดตู้รู้ละอย่างไรจะแอดแอนฮาลูมงกังโตโตไม่ขอกินไม่รู้กงหูก็นะอย่าไม่ตู้ปีถอดตู้รู้ละ
Yeah, below Congo right now, people off park or solar. So, in the here, actually, off parking go na je pay for South office, pay more to about pay part for pay off park for square feet. Je pay the more half la 100 actually, look pandemic, look opening go le ya. The most of the shutdown pay watch to cho giải pay sao hay là pay chơi vô pay sao pay watch to hết chứ. So phần đầu tiên thì có trong pay hết, họ này giờ pay thay một lúc xíu pay đó là mất xã cả trong thì pay first strike pay ở đây cả pay thì là bây giờ program pay ở cái trong cả thì pass hết cho chỗ nó pay họ thêm mà giờ nên nhiều quá chi cho pay chơi cái chỗ chỗ lần cho pay ở cái giải là tiếng Nhật bây giờ chỉ thầu bé bao lần gì là bao bé mình gì bé ship thẳng gì you ship thẳng cái nhiều tỏ ra cái thì you nên giá tầm tên nó này bé ship ở chỉ thua forever bây giờ
right
chỉ luôn nên tầm tên nó nên làm pha nó ô đi trả nên nhỉ đi trả nên sáu đi trả so phần tới giờ bé luôn main objective bé xả phá cả lỡ focus tao phải lỡ sao mu quay tu doctor lỡ sao mua con nó là bé bắt con là một network cho đó cũng cho professional là sao mọi gì là sao mình cần để share là bé push là bé support là không được tất nhiên bé bao thì not everybody is meant to go to cần ở này bây giờ là Aden là có કોઈ ઇન્સાન સુને તો કરતો high school થી ને પતિયા just this year right Aden
Yeah, just this one.
Yeah. So actually, two people look real and everything. So a lot of people who wanna laying sour and so we wanna support them and we wanna put them to the like their dreams so that they can hopefully turn their dreams into their careers. And so with that, Aiden, you to do away new kicking same to and cụ tí giờ ít tôi chạy mà tàu bị khổ hết rồi cụ như lâu rồi là sau lúc lúc đó chỉ có một lúc thầu như chừng cụ như xong so như có hết thì như nhung của cháu thì cụ như bỏ ấy điều cái gì cũng đó nó chỉ thả hạt để chơi như là đó bé bé ba nó chơi được thì bé chỉ thả cái gì bé cái thì bé sáng sớm con lúc ba nó còn lúc thì cũng rồi ở tí lấy bé lúc học bé sáu rồi lúc còn học này như tí ấy thì cũng rồi như tí lên lúc trường như học career path như tí mỗi người lúc cái sao
ดูแฟชั่นอย่าไปมองเขาเธอว่าโมเขาเยอะตอนรงชับเลยไปมั่วชัวhọเขาเยอะอย่าก็สาวตัวจะเขาเยอะว่ารงเที่ยวเขาก็รู้เจตัวตัวติดดูแฟชั่นไปเขาเธอย่อย่อตัวติดสเกย์ University Avenue West เที่ยวแคมป์ไปตัวสาวตัวอย่าเจ้าชี้อีอ้อจ่ออี下ชี้เจ้าชี้อีอ้อจ่ออี下ชี้我找到nhớ rong cứ tin này trang cú giờ thông niệm hơn nhớ trụ Hmong TV Network giờ tạm bên nhà bé cho xóa sử mẹ một trang tàu tề subscribe hắn là lúc chứ thầu tiêu bé mua giờ nó chỉ tờ cha có giờ từ cứ su bao ở trong đó
ví dụ như vấn đề là gì trong cái question là gì số này thì mà thật thật là thế thì anh nó của họ mà chỉ mình chỉ nó sẽ cái chỗ chỉ Adam ya có vấn đề này gì cái sản lượng của mình gì thì họ có chiến năng nàyเขาchỉ sản một tàu nó là họ ba dùng một lý cả thế ya có họ thêm gì thì cái support này cái chiến năng nó là họ support lý cả thế ta nên đó là gì có họ mẹ cho hai thì họ có chiến năng nó cóจะสำเร็จนะเนี่ยมันเป็นเรื่องแค่เรื่องที่เขาอยากตัวนึกใช้ก็ได้
Yeah, so you know, we have gone really far with this motorcycle racing, and a lot has happened in a very short amount of time. I started racing when I was 15, and we went pro in less than a year, which is very, very crazy even to me to this day. Yeah, it's it was about 6 or 7 months when I first got onto the motorcycle, and then 7 months later we got signed to professional racing already. And 3 years has gone by, and I feel like we achieved a lot in a very short amount of time. And with that, there's a lot of sacrifices that we have to do, not just with me as being the racer, but my family as well, my siblings, my brothers and sisters. I have 2 sisters, 1 brother, so I'm the youngest one out of the family.
Oh, okay.
And everyone has their part. Everyone has worked really hard to help get me where I am today. Same as a lot of my sponsors, like Rise and Thuli and the team. Everyone has sacrificed a lot to get to where I am. Motorcycle racing is a very expensive sport, because of how much we're traveling and all the gear that we have to that is required for us to race, the machine, the list could go on and on. But like I mentioned before, everyone has sacrificed a lot, and I wouldn't say anyone has turned me on, more than another. I feel like that all of us are working really hard to get to where we are.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Right.
really good to know. Did your brother or sister supporting you? Uh, do they very excited at the beginning, or right now they say, "Oh, we there," right? But the beginning, do they supporting you?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, okay.
When we first started, and we got signed to professional racing. That's when that was kind of the eye opener. That was
Uh-huh.
the shock of everyone because
Uh-huh.
we only been doing this for so long, and we were racing professionally already. So
Uh-huh.
that's when reality really kicked in for all of us. And
Uh-huh.
like I said, everyone has done a lot, and we're not quite there yet. I know we have achieved a lot already
Uh-huh.
just in a short amount of time, but I
Uh-huh.
feel like there's a lot more that needs to be done to actually get to where we are.
Uh-huh.
All right. Thank you. And thank you for telling a little bit about that. And Zina Munoje Tony, Yodaka, and Lord continues like nu and Adam Zito Yatantena ya. They có tuần đây nó chỉ bây giờ muốn nu mình chỉ chọn là Adam từ Kenya hay là nu cái chạy một tàu nó hơi rong đi cha tôi đi cha ya. So first question here is were you successful when you started, or if not, then what struggle do you have?
Yeah, so when we first started racing motorcycles back when I was 15 years old, I first learned how to ride the motorcycle. First learned how to properly handle the motorcycle, and then not long after that, we did our first track day. So what a track day is that you go out to the track, and it's a closed course. It's not on the street, and you kind of just get the fundamentals down. Just I believe 2 or 3 weeks after that, I got my racer's license, which is what allows me to race against other competitors. And at first, we did not start really good, just like anyone else when they jump into a new sport. When we first started racing, one of my first few races, it wasn't like how we are today. It was very long and painful uh, start. I would say we weren't the best when we first started, but as time went on, we slowly progressed and we became a lot better with racing.
Thank you.
This question for you, Aden, is that are you scared when you're first racing?
It is. It is. I do to this day still get a little nervous when
Uh-huh.
I get on the grid with a lot of the other racers. Um, you know, I believe that if you're not scared, then you're not doing something right. I feel like every time
Right.
you get out there,
Right.
and you need a little bit of nervousness inside you every time you go out there and compete. And I do feel like we have done a lot better with that. But yeah, to this day, there's still a little nervousness, no matter what race.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, này của team mình chỉ giữ tôi khỏi Aden hay là cái cáiสิ่งมาตัวก็มันสิ่งไฟก็มันกันเตอ it doesn't matter ก็มันสาวอะไรชีล as long as you can prepare the best that you can
Uh-huh.
and then you study and you do what you need to that helps eliminate a lot of the uncertainties and for you cho họ tớiวันนี้nó cũng phải phải chịu nữa so you bound day like you do study day like you prepare day like so it makes you more ready. So I can attest to it on every time you watch it, you're always gonna have those. You got like a butterfly or you plan it, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
Good job. The next question, Adam, is how happy you are when you win the first place for the first time, and how did you feel at the winning moment? At that moment, how you feel?
When I took my first place ever in a race, I was very excited. I think it was just I believe a month and a half in of first riding the motorcycle. I got my first place at a local race, and at first I didn't know that I'll take first place until I came back in, and my parents told me I'll take first. But at that time, I was still what we got people call it a newbie. So I wasn't too sure who I was up against. I wasn't sure what position I was in until I came back in and looked at the results. But even to this day, a first place is still it still gets me really excited, and it still makes me very happy inside. I remember when we were in Thailand not too long ago, a few months ago, and I took the first place over there. I was really excited, and it just really depends on what race I'm racing. The local races, the first place is, I'm still very excited. But when we're racing professionally, when we're racing overseas at FIM approved tracks, Thailand, those are the big races. Those are where the races are documented on TV, and people all over the world are watching live. And those races are the ones that really make me feel happy. The ones that I know all my sponsors are watching, all my family members are watching. Those are the ones that really get me excited and really happy when I take those.
Aden, tell us, do on your racing, the lap that you go around and around, is that you race it against time, or you race it against your opponent, or you race it against who? You race yourself, or you just go as fast as you can? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's a lot of what racers call a racecraft that goes into racing. There's a lot of things that you're racing. You're racing yourself. You're racing the opponents. You're racing the time. You're racing the clock every time you go around. Sometimes some races it's not about how fast you can go around the track. It's about are you gonna beat your competitors. Sometimes when we qualify for qualifying to get our grid positions where we line up on the line, that is when we're racing the time whoever could complete a lap against the time. But usually in the races, those are the races that we're not really racing against time. We're racing against each other.
Thank you.
Okay.
And this question for two. So Adam มุชิสิงห์แล้วก็ยิ่งมูใช้หนึ่งได้เท่าได้ว่า
So đấy là phải nói cú bắt thì như là phải sai thế mà có một sai thì theo but I do plan to but what có hay before của tự nhiên cái mà tàu là thế tự nhiên phải là cái sai thì thế race professional vậy là ai đó cứ chỉ kinh một nữa tự nhiên phải chạy lấy như phải race thì thì lấy như cho như sành như đại dương là cái phải hết thì thầu cũng chưa ai được cho bây giờ cũng có thì mua chừng mà trả thế có được thế ta chỉ là khi chỉ để trả
Yeah, the question của nó là mà giờ có một sai nào của tận nuôi thì thầu Adam riêng nó này hơi dùng xe một trả thế you team nó hơi exciting một trả thế họ auto you họ dùng xe một trả
yeah no của cái thằng mà của bác chỉ của cái bài số nó những sản phẩm kia như những thì ý về những trong xe nếu nó tao sẽ là những trong xe trò này bây giờ nó chỉ kinh mà đó những thì ý sẽ cái những trong xe rồi này thấy những trong xe thì như ấy từ nhà Hmong cái nào cũng ấy từ before lên nào phần đó thì như hai giờ trong xe rồi hai nên Hmong nó chỉ là cái để những cái represent cái thằng họ cho nó
Yeah, good.
Okay, so number 9 here, Adam, I'm gonna ask you number 9. What do you think make you different from all others racers and make you become a champion?
I would definitely say how hard we train in this short amount of time span.
Yeah.
A lot of the other professional racers that I race against, and a lot of the racers that I haven't raced. Every racer, they train really hard. It's a sport, just like any other sport. All the athletes, they're gonna train at home. They're gonna make sure they're pretty fit. They're gonna make sure they're always doing whatever that sport requires for you to do. And I believe that what made us different. I say us as me and my team and family. I think that what made us different from everyone else was how hard we worked to get to where we are. There was times where I never came home. I was out. I was always racing. I was always at the track. Um, whenever I had to do school, all of my education was on a computer, like how we're doing right now. Um, every free time that I wasn't on the motorcycle, I was sitting on the computer just like how we are right now. I was making sure my grades are good, making sure my classes are finished. Um, every time we're on the road traveling to a racetrack, to a race, I'm always on the computer during my school, and it's either working my education or I'm racing or I'm just not available and I'm not at home. So I think that's what really made us stand out from all the other racers is just how much work and how much time that we put into it.
What is the next level for you? I mean, on your level right now, you're already on professional level, but do you have to compete with all the people that higher than you, or this is it?
Oh yes, there's still a lot more levels that we're hoping to get into that are
Uh-huh.
a lot better, a lot more higher up than
Uh-huh.
what we are right now.
Uh-huh.
The series that I race with here in the United States is Moto America. So
Oh.
that is the highest level of motorcycle racing here in the United States.
Oh, okay.
We're doing fairly well in Moto America. That is why we're racing overseas. We're racing in Asia this year, and then we
Uh-huh.
have plans of going over to Spain. The goal is try to be the best of the best.
Uh-huh.
We're kind of making a checklist right now. Okay, how's America?
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing
Yeah.
good in America. Let's go try Asia.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna try to champion in Asia.
Uh-huh.
Next, we're gonna champion in Spain, and we're just gonna keep moving up. We're just gonna keep working our way up and try to be on the top side.
Uh-huh. Now, in Asia, it's only Thailand, or how many countries that come to race in Thailand?
There was a lot of
Lot of
different
country?
racers out there. Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
wasn't just even though we were racing in Thailand, there was a lot of other countries that was there in Thailand racing.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
we had um, we had people from Thailand that was there because that's their home country. There was people from Japan, Korea, Taiwan. There was a lot of people from
Oh.
Australia and Spain, and a lot of those riders all come to Thailand to compete
Uh-huh.
for the championship.
Uh-huh. Is that Thailand is the bigger track?
Thailand definitely has one of the biggest and nicest tracks that a lot of the top racers do with them.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, and the kun ji to Aiden kaya
Ah.
ku tem ji number gì cái number cho khó bắt ta nên nông nó trở lên được
Uh-huh.
cái ấy là nó Aiden nhưng kinh một đứa Aiden nhưng ấy tu superstar vì nhưng nó không phải là ấy tu superstar nhưng inspire cái cho Hmong sẽ được cái cho tú thua tú chân sai lùa chỗ lại cho game bộ số thế
Yeah.
ta chỉ phải của họ thầu này thì to be to in China race against any athlete when you have to compete against yourself to compete on day biểu chúa Aiden what goes on cha ya ta lo chúa Aiden saying chính cha you do what tao you always grow and always get better biểu
Uh-huh.
cái ít thôi you work so hard thế ít thôi you dedicate ya li bắt anh phát triển nó
Uh-huh.
it's hard you ấy tụi mình chúng mình đã chỉ you cho nó cái king nhưng tôi chấp nhận là bây giờ he's so humble that's why he stay hungry chỉ là oh cái king là cái chuyện practice là oh cái đi champion là cái chuyện one ball là he's so humble he always works so hard in school and getting better and being better than he was previously so that's what I see that's what I love about him.
giờ ta có tăng tờ cho ít cứ món chẳng xa món chẳng ăn dư món bờ món chậu món lầu món liền món cho blang món chỉ mình nhỏ bông khề món sùn chẳng thơ món tụt tơ món chẳng nhịn món cho tê cho tơ liền chu món bó chang bò chu có pu chỉ tàu có pu chỉ nhàn chu có giờ pu chua dùng hướng nhiều bán có tàu hú chua nóng mò tăng cho giờ bé cho hiang tờ dạng tu chua bỏ lấy nhiều cho chua cứ một số môn bề cho cứ khu món tao lúc tiếp chờ chứ muốn chế phá lại hay ta khu tao món ta ha chỉ ta là họ lo bé tu chua cho là nó hai chị tao kể chân gan được cái tu vót tài thái kể chân gan luôn đời vụ nọ chữ thái trong linh tao tù con nùng của tu chua tao trong của tu bơi sọt tông xuống chua ý o dị chua ý bé cháu chứ Facebook alu yang bây giờ của Hmong TV Network thôn này hơi mê cà tê chua ý bé o sùn bé chữ do từ Facebook thôn này hơi ô chào
Sau đó chế được cái là chỉ tụi Aden và vì tụi chơi một tổ professional chơi chung một tổ thì dân liên đó này chơi tuần chỉ tuần đây này chơi cuối đó các bạn đang trên đại cuối giờ trong cầu đi face lưu sĩ hơi cho tàu đây giờ cho họ bên đó thì tụi liên nó thả chỉ bên thả cho tàu lên này giờ thì trong cầu lưu sĩ hơi cho tàu đây chơi bé tem bà bé yếm 100 thả mình chỉ trong người lúa này nó fundraising có bị sinh phò nó vì bao đến này cho fan tí trong này sản chia làm thành gì lo nhưng một cái chuyện lần đầu nó thế giờ nhưng mà bé yếm 100 cho họ và này nó lúc fundraising thì này cho xây ở đâu lúc sau này chỉ giả lúc gì không nói thế là lần đầu nói trong bé cho technical mình cho work trong này bé mình chỉ mới eco là này giả gì cho không nói thế giờ hiện chỉ tận đây nó tôi có thả mình chỉ cho hay là trợ lý đầy flyer nó ya kun trong lý này tôi quay lúc fundraising phá rồi tôi Aden nhớ rồi lúc lâu thì nó Friday mình thấy gì nó ya
thi gì vậy
dạ ok thì có thả mình chỉ nhớ được điểm hong hậu họ nấu sinh thọ họ Minnesota nó có thả mình chỉ cho sẽ ở nhà này lúc party nó này ha有我理解的主持理解的
Yeah, so Below học here you to ultimately fundraise the for Aden mua xí sẵn nó những cost mình đầu here bây giờ ví dụ hay có một đầu thì cái forest thế cái lò thế sản to thế ví dụ là ví dụ như chỗ nó mỏ thế này bây giờ so there's a lot of expenses mình đầu dài have to pay for it. So bây giờ fundraise Aden thế chỉ tha worry cho nhiệt chế ta worry cho anything nếu cho nếu còn nếu focus đó thì nếu như chúng kia có những tàu còn worry nếu focus on the race up here so nếu như bây từ tung hông mình represent bây giờ hông hông nói cái cụ xã cái cái sự thọ sự tôi ba từng cái đấy nói họ fundraising một ba mình còn sành tàu còn continue represent tàu bây tôi tạm ho này cho race thì là người ta mình có hại này nếu bài race ở Spain itu tum hong yang mau race professional tu ở Spain nếu đã có một defend cái championship final ở Thái Tế bây giờ so hopefully này có hạt tiền chỉ giờ này tôi là party thế sự tôi of course bây tôi sẽ còn have fun together and give them a chance to meet Aiden trong the thả thế pick lúc bèn gì đó là phát triển chính mà còn là những cái hạt phải nói họ không phải là bắt hết Aiden thế nên continue to make a race for some up here and like that. So it's going to be at the Hmong Hall, and then we have a great lineup of superstars that are going to come sing for us too. And so I just want to thank you guys ahead for And then we're gonna have more artists. We have a few more artists who love to confront here, so we're gonna upload the flyer and then we'll add it up there too. But don't have fun, come meet Aiden, and ultimately remember that the near pay rate is to go help Aiden continue racing.
cho các tụ quốc tử các thứ tham mình chỉ cho là lúa fundraising ya thì này cho này tất chỉ và chính chính chấp lấy này nhau đâu xem số ta nó thì chỉ sai cái này có cộng lúa fundraising ở đâu tu Adam thế để chính chính chấp lời mà giờ và để bé là bé lúc sau luôn chỉ có chơi nữa đâu bé thế giờ như ý chia nàyตัวem bé sẽ là phòn nữa sẽ là này dùng xe là này phòn này dùng xe làเราพูดถึงว่านู้ก็ตั้งแต่นั้นที่มองในAdamเป็นตัวเราไปเดี๋ยวอยากจะเป็นสัตว์จีนหนึ่งเนาะนี่ครับผมมองอีกตัวตัวAdamไปตัวเลยที่อยากเลยสัตว์ออร์แกรนเนาะตัวAdamผมไม่รู้ชื่อเหรอดีมินจีเรามุนจีจะเป็นที่
เนี่ยขณะมาไปที่ยังแทนตาเลยไปยังไงจะพอไปเนี่ยไม่ตัวสัตว์เราไปยังมั่วชื่อเหรอสั่งmỗi lần lỡ hết những cặp tâm hoạt thì hey ai để những ấy tụi mình kịch kia những ấy tụi mình tụi không kịch kia rồi của tôi nó cũng như bỏ trên những đồng thả những chuyện ấy phản đắt này là cái nó cho sự những ấy tụi mình kịch kia and so yes he will be there to help he loves his fans rồi pass
so Adam for you do you have any couple work for your fan up in Minnesota here?
Yeah, so a little recap of what Thule already mentioned. Yeah, it's gonna be a very fun night out there, and yes, of course I'll be there. I'll be there to give out a lot of stuff. If anyone is there and knows me, feel free to come up to me. I'll have posters there that I'll be signing away for a lot of the fans that do show up. I know we have a pretty big fan base and a pretty big following up in Minnesota as well. So I'm very excited to go up there next month and to meet a lot of the new fans and meet a lot of new faces there.
So the fundraising will be on Friday, April 8th, 2022 here. So a couple weeks from now.
Yeah. Yeah. So super cái hai thì ô tô đó chạy ví dụ thay đổi thế ô tô đó chạy có mong là nên tua nó phải cộng số là bây giờ rise nó cái Aden nó chú trọng chế tạo mỗi chỗ đó chỉ vì trong cái đặc cái đó là này là người dân người một sinh người dân người represent cái hành động không cái của hậu của xe thì that's enough nên tôi cá còn cái còn oli có hả chỉ mua một tụm không nhớ hôm nay tới nó oli được order tới là cái này mới được so new race the Spain new race I think next year who knows cho nên yung chọn một race có tiền gì không bây giờ nếu có piece mà mình có piece so one day couple years from now we're gonna look back and say this is the humble beginnings and hopefully that is enough nên tôi bắt chắn. But I just want to say, Ocho, thank you for your support. It's going to be hard for us, for Aiden to focus on racing because he'll be so worried about everything else too. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Tony, do you have anything to say before I'm closing?
Hà nó cho bé chỗ mong sự trời của nhớ đồ bé lúc sinh về là sao ta hơn nữa này ya. Aiden nhớ tổ thảo lu bao lì thì gì hơn nữa nhớ đồ thì mong house chơi ít chỗ là gì cứ tin nên chào sốt lời cứ mẹ mỗi ít tụ tu cứ cho chăng li này nó này ya tao chỉ nó này chia cứ na nên nào để chỉ tu rồi này bé mong tu rồi bé tổ chơi này ya khó cứ bé chơi để nó này bé chơi bé mong luôn bé sao ya cú tổ chơi này ya cú tổ chơi cú sao ya lên nói cú sáng chơi của ít chỗ là gì cứ tin nên chào hay ít chỗ phong yêu sốt lời cứ nhớ đồ bé luôn trong sinh phò Minneapolis là lúc rần trái đó bé tôi một support Aden nó mong đấy là ya bé tôi trông bỏ lên chàng y dùng bỏ lên đó bé tôi ít lên bán ít $2 sẽ là tôi dùng là ya còn đấy ya họ cứ bán tàu cho bé tôi tu Aden thò nó còn những màu tàu ít cái dạng toàn đây là còn nó ya bé mong sĩ cùng tề bé ô tông kia lệ
ở chỗ cho nên chúng sai và sai bé cho lùn nuôi tôi Adam mà nó mong đau hành này cái nuôi chỉ tàu ta này tất cả ước tí chỉ mù lúc trước nụ trời nụ lúc trước hậu mình thấy tên này hơi trong đi trả thế giờ cái gì bên lúc trước ta lại cái nhìn nó lừa giàu ấy bên mà đã ăn đâu nên thả đũa giải thì đầu tư nó mới sợ nó nên chỉ sao tôi nói thả mình chỉ gì thế lúc trước sao nó nên thả thế mà nó mua bé kho tính mình chỉ nó thọ này cho sai với giá trị thế giờ bên trong bé cho lũ mình chỉ mới ai cổ thế Stalin nó là trong bé cho nó nên trong một đời sẽ sao thế giờ thì sẽ có chừng tiếng sắp lại lúc bà đi nhớ đâu họ sang một số tàn nhớ đâu biển nó sang khó ấy tối nay tích tới này sẽ đời kì nhìn nó phần này giấy khởi rong ấy và thế sẽ để bé yon chỉ này đâu bé thế tu Adam yon chỉ này sẽ đâu bé thế đó đâu tu giờ như tu spokesman giờ manager walup tu như nó coordinator tu cho nên cái nhóm mình sẽ tài coordinator lúc bà đi nữa thế thì thôi chơi này sẽ tu thế này này chỉ cho nó có tu và cái chơi chỉ lúc sau có thế and Adam, thank you for your time, and we very appreciate it that you come to our show. That's we don't know what to say, but we very so happy tonight. Okay, thank you. Lúc có bao chào với lào cái cú sau.
chúng mình đó hay cái thứ sao,วันนี้โชว์trong cái thằng mình what show thank you guys for having us here and like I said, phenomenal. So we're a bit fun for pieces. So keep an eye out, keep supporting, keep following Aiden along his journey. He's still got a long road ahead, so we need a lot more help and support.
Cho nó với mình xin chỉ đó.